up, fam?
Good morning.
Good morning. 20 seconds away from getting into our ghosted, and I feel like we're definitely running late. Sorry, guys. True Crime Tuesday is going to be happening today. Hopefully, we'll have some good calls today. It feels like it's a little bit of a slow day, maybe because it's like rainy and stuff like that. It's supposed to be rainy in this area. So we'll see how it goes. But let's knock this out. Let's have a good morning. Good morning to everybody. Tell us where you're listening and watching from. Tinder match. That's what happened. That's what started this. Zoe and this guy, they seemed like they were doing really well.
Until, he spent the night with her. And then by the time he got home, he was unmatched and blocked.
That's right.
And ghosted.
And that's why he reached out to us. Now, she did live 2 hours away, so maybe the distance might have been an issue. We're not sure. We called Zoe up. We're on live on the Hot Facebook page. You can find us on YouTube and Twitch. Dex and Barbie T, all one word. You can stream the show and watch along with us. True Crime Tuesday, by the way, also going to be coming up a little bit later on.
Lit.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Good morning, Zoe. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on here. Sean is on the other line. He just wants to know what happened.
We had a really wonderful night. We cooked, we had wine, we spent the night. It was all very sweet. But after you left, my best friend called me and she was like, hey, isn't this the guy that traveled to come see you? Because we just matched on Tinder. And I was like completely blindsided by that. I thought you actually cared about me, but like you were clearly swiping while you were sleeping in bed next to me. And so literally matched with my best friend while we were together. And like, I thought we had something real. Like,
what do you mean your best
kind of
friend? We're both single people. I was coming out there on like a first date. So obviously I didn't delete my dating profile.
But you were swiping while you were there, though.
I was not. Well, I mean,
you had to have been swiping while you were there. That's the only way the miles and the radius works.
Yeah, but if I'm coming over there and we're hanging out, basically a first date, it doesn't mean all of a sudden I'm like a boyfriend who's like cheating on someone just because I have my dating profile on and I was bored for a second and I was just looking through.
Well, I kind of see what he's saying there, but still.
I mean, you're not in a committed relationship, and I'm sorry, but it comes with the territory. You never just assume that this man is going to be all into you and all about you right after the first date.
Oh, I'm not worried about it being on the first date. I'm worried about him sleeping in bed next to me and being, quote unquote, bored, and then swiping on Tinder while I'm asleep. You're driving 2 hours to come see me. That must mean that this is like kind of something special. But while you're with me, like in my bed, you're swiping on other people.
There was a few moments you had to get on your computer for a little bit, and I'm just looking through the dating profile. It's, like I said, we're on a first date. It doesn't mean we're together.
So I know it was when I was sleeping because my friend got the notification. And also, I heard the sound. Each of those asked me for a specific sound. And I heard that sound come in, and she told me what time it was. So, like, all of the clues don't add up.
And at this point, dude, you can't be swiping while you're on a date or you're with somebody that you're, like, trying to see. That's just rude. That's messed up.
But
don't
they
you think?
Asleep. The date's over at this point.
No,
he
it's
knows
not
whether
over.
or not he's going to continue to pursue this girl or not.
But I heard the notification in my bed.
Right. If you're in someone else's bed, do not try to get into another person's bed. I'm sorry. That's just...
Man, it is just like it's a first date.
But you're in the middle of the date.
You drove 2 hours to come see me, like to find out from my best friend that you're swiping, like in the wee hours of the morning, that the first thing your brain goes to while we're spending this time together is, not like I'm going to open Instagram or TikTok, but you open Tinder?
It's the same dang thing.
Like where you think the date went.
Maybe he checks Tinder like he checks the news or something. He's just checking his
it
messages.
is. It's like a video game almost. It's just like, oh, who's in this area? Oh, it's new people. And then people obviously see me pop up. So I was just like, oh, who kind of people would I match with? It's like a video game.
Yeah, but in real life. And so in the video game, when you lose a life and everything like that, for you, it's like getting an STD. You're in the middle of a date. You're trying to talk to this girl and make some kind of connection. Obviously, she wanted to have some kind of connection with you. And you're in the middle of it trying to get to your next best thing.
Honestly, listen, don't read too deep into these like dating apps because a lot of guys, they're only there just to look for the next best thing.
No, and that's not right.
It's not right, but I don't think she needs to be that upset about it. I mean, it's just the first date.
I would be.
It's not, you guys aren't talking about being in a committed relationship. You just never know.
If I just gave you my flower and you're out there trying trying to pick other daisies. Hell no. I would dump him too. I think you did the right thing.
Thank you. Like, I thought it was special, and I didn't want it to be just another hookup. We actually talked about it not being just another hookup.
We all know the rule. You can look, but you can't touch.
Oh,
I did not touch your friend.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. To me, don't be looking while we're in bed or while the person's asleep. That's where he went wrong. I think that she is absolutely right. What are your thoughts when it comes to this? 866-639-4689. That's mad disrespectful.
I mean, it is what it is. It just doesn't surprise me. I guess I'm just numb to the fact, like, it just does not surprise me at all.
But you're saying that it's a first date, so it shouldn't matter
It is
as
a
much.
first date. Like, you don't know this man. You don't know. I mean, I don't know if they hooked up, but it sounded like they did. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so
yeah,
it's just
obviously.
Like, it's just kind of like, well, what do you expect? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't expect much from him.
Well, you just got a flower. I expect you to not want to pick other flowers. You know what I'm saying? Hold off a little bit. Stop smelling all the different flowers in the place.
Yeah.
You're going to get stung. That's all I'm saying. 866-639-4689. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, like, it is rude, but it's just at
But
the
I have
same
to admit-
time, it's just kind of like,
He's a
y'all never swiped on a Bumble app or Tinder app while you with somebody else because you know it's
No.
just not gonna.
No, have you?
Yes.
Shut up. Okay, sorry.
what
Not
it is.
you. Sorry. Good morning. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Christina calling from Greenville.
Good morning. Go ahead. What are your thoughts whenever it comes to this?
My thoughts are if she's upset about it, I would definitely go look for his Instagram and go see if his friends are cute and swipe on them.
So go ahead and just get at his friends.
Yeah.
You know
why
what?
not match that energy real quick?
Yeah,
Yep.
we can match that energy
Yep.
real quick. I love that. Thank you for your call.
Thanks.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Sarah from Simpsonville.
Good morning, Sarah. What are your thoughts?
I honestly think if he was that into her, he wouldn't have done it in the first place.
Exactly.
Right. So, would you have any problems with dumping someone that would do that in your bed after you guys had just spent a special, meaningful night together?
I would have no issue saying, see ya.
Okay. Have you ever
Because
had someone
I
do
just-
something rude like that on a date?
No, I've never been on any dating app. I've been with the same person since high school. So
Wow.
I
Oh,
never,
That's a gem.
I never had to get on anything like that. So I don't have any experience. But if it were me and I knew that and he wasn't feeling me, obviously he wasn't feeling her.
Yeah.
So, see ya next.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you for your call. Melissa in Simpsonville, I see you over there.
What's up, Melissa?
What Go ahead. What are your thoughts?
So this guy is obviously so disrespectful. It sounds to me like he wants his cake and he wants to eat it too. I thought that when you were on a dating app like that you match with someone, you meet up with this person, you've been talking to this person, you're sleeping in this person's bed. Don't you put it on pause for a second and at least get to know the person? Like, I get the fact he doesn't, it doesn't, first date doesn't make you boyfriend material, obviously, or girlfriend, whatever the case may be. But don't you at least give the person a chance before you decide to, okay, well, I met so-and-so, and you know what I mean?
Good
or
points.
at least do
Yeah.
it in private.
Yeah.
I think for this guy, he already hit it. Let's just be honest. He hit it, and
And he's
didn't-
ready
he
for
did
the
not,
next.
I
Yeah.
mean, it is
no,
what it
here's
is.
what I don't understand. No,
Right.
because why would he reach out to us? You know what I mean? Melissa, thank you for your call.
Right.
Thank you very much. Why would he reach out to us?
Because he wants to continue.
Hang on just a second. You're going to be our first person up. Stand by. Hey, good morning. We've got one call ahead of you. Stand by.
And I mean, he probably is used to ghosting the girl. Some
Mm.
people can't handle it when it's reversed on them.
It's true. Hey, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Shayla, calling from Fountain Inn, South Carolina.
Shayla, have you ever dealt with something like this? Do you think it's mad disrespectful?
Yes, I've dealt with it, and very disrespectful.
What happened in your situation?
Like the same thing, was on a blind date, I thought it was okay, but evidently wasn't. So he was sitting there while we were on the date, swiping
Like at dinner?
right at dinner.
So
Damn.
how did you just look over and see that he had the app open, or did you ask him like, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm just on Tinder swiping."
No, he had his phone on the table, kept looking down and looking around, just looking suspicious.
And what date was this? Was this the first date?
Yeah, first date.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Thank you very
that
much.
was the yeah. He was not into it.
Time to move on.
No.
And did you ask him about it? And what did he say?
That's what was you doing? He's like, oh, it's just for work. You know, I have to constantly watch my phone in case something happens at work. So I'm like, yeah, okay.
Wow. Okay. They're quick with those lies.
They
Thank you very
are.
much.
They are so quick.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
quick.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, it's Shane Duncan, calling actually from Easley.
Easily. All right.
Easily.
What up, man? Go ahead. What are your thoughts whenever it comes to this?
I think that they're all crazy. And the way I look at it is, as far as the guy, you got to keep your options open. I've been through this several times. I'm a little bit older than probably these other people, but for one, you got to look around. You got to be satisfied with what you get. I mean, we're talking about taking the flower away and everything. I think that's crazy, but that's just part of dating. But I tell you, you gotta find a woman or the person that you want to be with, and keep your options open. Because I just went through this, and I thought that I had the perfect one, and we were together for 11 months.
What happened?
And I tell you what, it was a horrible thing. I ended up having to get her to leave, and I moved.
Well, how did you find out she wasn't the one, real quick?
Well, she was just doing things she wasn't supposed to be doing.
She was on dating sites
So,
or
and-
hooking up with other guys.
No, it wasn't nothing like that. It was just more of an addict kind of thing. And-
okay.
Yeah, I have a 10-year-old son that I'm now getting custody back of,
Oh yeah, she got to go.
and it just didn't work.
Yeah, makes
Huh?
sense.
I said yeah, she would have to
So,
leave.
yeah, I kicked her out.
Good.
And I did leave.
Well, thank you
But
very much.
it
And
was
I
just
agree.
one of those situations.
I agree.
But
Sometimes you
the
got to
thing
cut the
is,
cord.
You got to cut the cord, but I mean, this goes for both guys and women. You have got, I mean, yeah, you got to play the field a little bit, and I agree with that. That's the only way you're going to learn anything.
That's right.
But
That's right.
once the options are there, that's when you need to take it.
Yeah.
But don't put your foot down on one thing.
Thank you very much. I agree. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Phew, man. I try, but you know, like I get frustrated when. Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Is it good? All right. Thank you. Okay. Good.
Desmond.
What?
She said so. Be in a relationship and keep your options open. Basically.
Yeah.
If it ain't no ring on this
Yeah.
finger.
Do we stay on this or do we move on to True Crime Tuesday? Who's ready for True Crime Tuesday? I don't know if you guys heard this call or not, if you guys were on the live last week for True Crime Tuesday, but it was basically, which by the way, Constance, oh, there she is. She is on here. Man, that video, it blows me away, some of these videos now. Like on Reels, we have one that's up to like 300,000. It was the coworker one.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then on the TikTok, Dex and Barbie T TikTok, Constant story, I mean, it's well on its way. It's going to hit 300,000 probably. It's at 200,000 now. But yeah, True Crime Tuesday. Have you ever witnessed a crime? Family member had some kind of crime? This doesn't have to be murder every time. It could be like some kind of crazy robbery or some kind of like really insane story. But, you know, have you ever dealt with some kind of true crime? Our phone number, 866-639-4689. If you feel like your story is really good, We would love to hear from you.
Never settle, ladies. Period. Period.
Same thing for you guys. Never settle. These women ain't blank.
They ain't. They ain't.
There you go.
Need some fire. If Dale from King of the Hill was a person.
Yeah. I mean, he seems like a really good dude. Don't get me wrong. Just dang. You know how I am, guys. You got to get to the point quick when you get under this phone.
This woman sets the tone. You don't meet a person on an app and spend the night with him on the first, second, or third date and then get mad when they're still looking. This man already knew not to take her seriously. Okay. So I actually did spend the night with one guy on the first date, the last guy. We went out of state. We went on a road trip.
Oh, that one.
But we had separate beds. We've always had separate beds. Every hotel we get, we've always had separate beds.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like a slumber party. Stand by.
Yeah. All right.
Dex of RBT on high. Good morning. Coming up just about 3 minutes away. True Crime Tuesday is back. We're going to kick it off with a really intense story. You'll never believe what ended up happening when these police officers showed up to a bonfire in the middle of the forest at 3 a.m.
It was ratchet.
Not ratchet. It was insane. Like there's ratchet and then there's just this. We'll go ahead and get into that and some of your stories next.
Hey, good morning, lovely people. Good morning, Cassie. I would let them match and been pretty.
Do what now?
Been petty. Oh. Good morning, Majorie.
By the way, if you're on our Twitch, I'm having a hard time with the chat there. I'm having a hard time seeing.
I had met a guy this one time on a dating app, and he came to hang out. While he was hanging out with me, he was on the app looking and actually messaging, and he sent one message to one of my best friends, not knowing she was my best friend. She messaged me and told me right after he pulled off, so I called him, confronting him about it. And even 8 years later, he is still trying to get another shot and asked me if my husband and I have split up or if everything is good. Wow. Even after you're married.
Yeah, prayers for Cassie. I hate to hear that. Your brother got hit by a car while walking. Was it a hit and run? Did they stop? Did they try to get him to the hospital? Dang, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
2 minutes, we kick off True Crime. Gosh, this story is so intense. I'm a little nervous about this story. I kind of want to listen to it again.
In the bed with her kitty shopping. This wiper would have been broken. Oh gosh. He's in ICU. Was this the kid that got hit? Was he rather young or is he older? I saw something in the news about.
I love how I'm going to bleep out orgy.
Why?
Because I just,
The kids are at school.
Are they though?
Yeah.
I know.
They should be.
Bleep out orgy, keep the rest of the murder story.
My dad had 84 arrests on his rap sheet. It came in the mail after a decade of no arrests. So many pages, all misdemeanors, all but 4 charges fell off the record.
Shut up.
It was a wild reading about my dad's crazy life.
Okay, you're going to have to call in. I wish we could have gotten your story before we got into this. Because that's pretty intense. Where's my bleep? 36.36. There it is.
Whew.
All right, guys.
Broke shoulder
30 seconds.
blades, broke pelvis, broken leg. Oh my gosh.
That's horrible. Dang.
Cassie, I'm so sorry.
All right, here we go.
When I was in college, I was sitting on my patio having some coffee really early in the morning. I had a lot of tires squealing. Apparently, a car hit something. Oh, that's a long one. Hold on.
He had the right to look, but he should have waited till he left. Let's move on to True Crime Tuesday.
True Crime
All right, here we go.
Tuesdays. Oh my gosh, these lashes.
It is time for True Crime Tuesday. This has quickly become one of the most widely spread topics on our show and online. My gosh.
Yeah,
some of the
TikTok
videos.
we've gone viral.
Right. And so we want to know your true crime stories. A couple of things. It has to be true, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be about murder. It could be about like some kind of crazy armed robbery, something like that, where someone is serving some major time. But have you witnessed someone in your family maybe have been involved, friend, whatever it is, however you came about this story, call us up, 866-639-4689. But it does have to be true. All right, so we have someone on the line this morning. Tell us about this. This is pretty intense.
Yeah, it
Not
is.
gonna lie. Go ahead. What happened? Good morning. Hang on just a second. You're going to be our first person when we come back. Ninja swords.
River at like 3 o'clock in the morning and was like, "What are y'all doing?" They were like, "Oh, we're just having a bonfire," and they saw some teeth on the ground, and that's how they got found out.
Oh,
They found the teeth?
Yeah,
gosh.
Oh, hell nah.
And how many years did these people get?
I'm pretty sure they're still in jail, but that was 20-something years ago.
Dang.
That is insane.
Can you imagine? The police officers just think that it's a bonfire going on and these people are partying, and then all of a sudden they see
Teeth.
that.
Teeth.
That would freak me out.
Yeah.
Like, what do you even do at that point? Like, immediately, sorry, guns drawn, bam, get on the ground.
Right?
Right? That's insane. 866-639-4689. It is your turn this morning. Hot fam. Do you have a true crime story? Doesn't have to be about murder. It could be about, some other kind of true crime where someone is seriously doing some hard time. Either way, give us a call now. All right, we'll go ahead and take some of your phone calls. We're on live as well, so you can watch the stories come in there as well.
Did you give
Sorry,
the number?
guys. Huh?
You didn't give the number, I don't think.
I did.
You did?
I did.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Hi, good morning. Who is this? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Koo,
Okay.
and I'm calling from Athens, Georgia.
Okay. Tell us your true crime story.
Well, I actually don't have a true crime story. I was calling to comment on the previous situation where there was the Tinder date and he got ghosted.
Okay. Real quick. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was kind of putting too much into it. I know he kind of called the show, but sometimes we have to take things as like blessings. Like, what are the chances of her friend getting swiped? I just feel like she needs to look at that as an opportunity to say that it probably wouldn't work out in the long run.
Right.
His ego was just hurt. He was kind of butthurt, so he kind of wanted closure. That's why he reached out to the show. But that's kind of what goes on in the dating thing. Men go in it thinking it's just like entertainment. Then you have some women and some men that go in it looking for somebody serious. But I'm living my life where you have to take the signs for what they are and you have to move on.
That part.
And that can be hard. But, yeah, she needs to count that as a blessing because what are the chances of her friend swiping? And then on the flip side, her friend, if she has talked this man up to her friend.
Stand by. Dex and Barbie T on Hi, good morning. Okay, Barbie just reminded me I might not have said the phone number. So True Crime Tuesday.
Yes.
Call us up with your true crime stories, but you got to call now, 866-639-4689. We'll go ahead and take your stories now. What kind of true crime did you actually see, witness, or maybe you know someone that went through it?
There's no intro on that.
No, thanks a lot, whoever put that song in. What is she doing? Hey, Crystal, call into the show this morning. And by the way, now call back for true crime. Yeah, I know, right? You all right?
Front door.
Constance, you can call in with your story too. Let's get these in. Man, the rhythm of the show today has been kind of weird. There we go. Hey, good morning. Go ahead. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Well, I'm not going to say my name,
Oh,
but
smart.
Okay,
Yep. Go ahead.
yep.
Tell us your story. What happened?
all right. Well, when I was 15, I got kicked out of the house. You probably know the voice, but I got kicked out of the house. I was working at the cotton mill here in Elgin before it closed down,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up going to Indiana with a friend of mine for Christmas. Well, when he left to come back home, I went to Chicago. I hitchhiked, and I ended up working for the Greek Mafia
Oh.
in Chicago. And I was actually a handler for them.
You were a who?
It was the Greek Mafia, and it was a restaurant that got me connected. It was Louis Bon Appetit. It was in Crown Point, Indiana, but now it's in Chicago.
So what did you do for
I
the
think
mafia
Louis
real
has
quick?
passed away. Huh?
What did you do for the mafia real quick?
I actually did runs for them. I took care of problems that they had.
Like what kind of problems?
So, and I was doing that when I was at 17 years old.
What kind of problems are we talking here?
I'm talking about problems, people not paying.
And what would you
money
do?
was owed. I would take care of it.
Okay.
Okay,
take
we
care of it.
we ain't gonna get into any details. I got
handled.
you. Okay. Wow. All
He
right.
handled
Yeah,
business.
we can't get no details. I'm
Got
just
it.
giving you just a little bit.
Okay. Thank you for your story. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Woo. Good morning. What's your name? Well, you don't have to say your name. You can be anonymous, but what happened? Tell us your true crime story.
Okay, my name is Gail, and I'm calling from Knoxville.
Okay.
At a previous job that I worked in the food service industry, and one of our warehouse workers went to the bank the next morning and robbed the bank, writing, "Give me all your money" on the back of his check stub.
Oh gosh. Did he get away with it?
So, no, because he gave the lady the note with the check stub, and she had all his information.
Oh, what a dummy.
Dummy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, because your address and name is right at the top left corner.
Right.
Yeah, so there's your dumb crook news.
Yeah, no doubt. How long did he go to jail for?
He went to jail for 10 years.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your call. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Or you can be anonymous.
Good morning, guys. It's Crystal from Anderson.
All right. Go ahead. Tell us your true crime story real quick.
So, my dad passed away like 5 years ago, and about 5 years before that, so about 10 years ago now, he received that manila envelope from the county, and it sat on the table for 2 days before he worked up the courage to open it, because I guess he thought it was like an old warrant or something. I don't know what he thought, but he wouldn't open it. Finally opens it, and it's literally just a notice you get after you haven't been arrested for a while, stating that, here's your misdemeanors, and they're all going to basically just fall off your record. So the funniest charge out of all the charges that were there, they're mostly just like drag racing. There's a couple CDV from him and my mom being like toxic back in the day.
Okay.
Lots of assault and battery.
Oh, my God.
But the funniest charge, totally funniest, was my dad was charged with a hate crime for pissing on the side of a bar one night.
A hate crime.
Why?
What kind of hate crime was that?
Well, it was an early gay bar. This was like back in the 90s, and it wasn't like an advertised gay bar. It just where like all the gay guys in town hung out. And my dad and his friends like were already drunk. They walked in, they realized where they were. Like shortly after walking in, they go outside. My dad just like whips it out, takes pee in the alley beside the bar, and the cops like spotlight him and arrest him for public indecency and hate crime for pissing on the gay bar. So he had no idea what he was doing.
Okay. Thank you
That
for
was
your
a
call.
hilarious charge.
Yeah. Thank you, Crystal. Okay. Jackie, real quick, I need you to give us something amazing.
I'm calling for True Crime Tuesday.
Let's hear it. What do you got?
I had a roommate that I lived with. We went up to her parents' house. Her mom was helping us do some things. We kept asking where the dad was, And she said, I don't know. He must be out on a fire run because he was a fireman.
Mm-hmm.
We came back to Greenville. This was up in North Carolina, Hendersonville. We come back to Greenville. She locks her keys in her car 2 days later. So again, she starts trying to call her dad to get the keys. That spun into an investigation for where is the dad because he had then been missing for 4 days.
Uh-oh.
Then the mom went missing, and
Where'd she
nobody
go?
could find her. So the police came and started investigating. On the property, they found her dad's head.
Oh!
They then found the mom living under a house across the street.
She did it.
Continued searching and found the dad's torso burned in a bonfire down by the barn, and found his arms and legs thrown all over the Blue Ridge Parkway. Like she had just gone down the road and just thrown her leg out or thrown
Oh, my gosh.
So she was just trying to like hide the body, and that's how she thought, oh, okay, they'll never find me now. Toss a leg here.
Yes. His arms and legs were thrown up and down the Blue Ridge Parkway. She tried to burn the torso in a Rubbermaid tub in the barn, and the head was somewhere in the woods on the property. Her mom murdered and chopped up her dad.
Why?
Wow. Yeah.
What came out in court was just that she had a mental breakdown and snapped, but the parents had been fighting for a long time. He had been having an affair for a long time.
Okay.
And
Yep.
Drove her crazy.
Snapped. She's going to be on an episode of that Snapped. How many years did she get?
She died in jail. She is an episode of Snapped, and it was one of the most horrific murder scenes, movie or real life, that I have ever witnessed in my 41 years.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you for
Girl.
the call. Ooh, Jackie for the game ball. All right, let me get that done. Greek Mafia was pretty interesting, but I really wanted to know more details.
Tossed the
I
arm
was playing
here,
dumb.
tossed the leg there. Girl, she didn't give a damn.
I got 30
She went
seconds.
crazy for real.
Barbie, I'm going to have to, can you get, does anyone have any good comments on True Crime Tuesday? Anybody with good stories? I'm going to need you to read one so I can edit while we're on the air.
I had a friend get dropped off at my house after shooting and killing a man. Didn't know
crap.
until my house was surrounded by police later that night, and he is now serving a life sentence.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
13 seconds.
Okay, let me see if I can find one more. That one's definitely getting read.
Okay. Here we go. Well, I can tell you, it's been a roller coaster while we've been taking your phone calls and hearing some of these stories. My goodness. And we're on live, and we're going to be reading some of these comments as well. It is time for True Crime Tuesday. How does this work, Barbie T?
Basically, you tell us your true crime stories, whether it happened to you, a family member, friend, or you just know about it. And it's got to be real news, though, like real true crime. It doesn't have to be too crazy, but they've all been pretty crazy, like this one. On the live, Natasha said, I had a friend get dropped off at my house after shooting and killing a man. Didn't know until my house was surrounded by police later that night. He is now serving a life sentence.
I can't even imagine. Like, you're just, like, this is someone that you know. They're just chilling at your house. All of a sudden, the cops blue light your house.
Don't do that. Oh, my gosh. Let me know so I can lock my doors and you can get out.
Right. Yeah. Or I'll leave. Like, hey, man, you know, if you're going to have a standoff and I don't want to deal with it, you know,
Right.
you do your thing. You know what I mean? 866-639-4689. This story, whoo, Jackie calling in this morning. Go ahead. Share what happened.
I had a roommate that I lived with. We went up to her parents' house. Her mom was helping us do some things. We kept asking where the dad was, and she said, I don't know. He must be out on a fire run because he was a fireman. We came back to Greenville. This was up in North Carolina, Hendersonville. We come back to Greenville. She locks her keys in her car 2 days later. So again, she starts trying to call her dad to get the keys. That spun into an investigation for where is the dad because he had then been missing for 4 days.
Uh-oh.
Then the mom went missing, and
Where'd she
nobody
go?
could find her. So the police came and started investigating. On the property, they found her dad's head.
Oh!
They then found the mom living under a house across the street.
She did it.
Continued searching
Yeah.
and found the dad's torso burned in a bonfire down by the barn
Oh.
and found his arms and legs thrown all over the Blue Ridge Parkway. Like she had just gone down the road and just thrown her leg out or thrown
Oh my gosh.
arm out.
So she was just trying to like hide the body, and that's how she thought, oh, okay, they'll never find me now. Toss a leg here.
Yes. His arms and legs were thrown up and down the Blue Ridge Parkway. She tried to burn the torso
Wow.
in a Rubbermaid tub in the barn, and the head was somewhere in the woods on the property. Her mom murdered and chopped up her dad.
Why?
Wow. Yeah.
What came out in court was just that she had a mental breakdown and snapped. But the parents had been fighting for a long time. He had been having an affair for a long time.
Okay.
And
Yep.
Drove her crazy.
Snapped. She's going to be on an episode
Yeah.
of that Snapped. How many years did she get?
She died in jail. She is an episode of Snapped, and it was one of the most horrific murder scenes, movie or real life, that I have ever witnessed in my 41 years.
My goodness. And can you imagine, like, that was your roommate? Like, that was your roommate's parents.
Right?
And
What
that's
do you
what they...
say to that? Like, how do you even?
Right.
Whoa.
They're there? Like, no. That doesn't even, like, whoa. 866 639 4689. True Crime Tuesday. Call now. What is the true crime that you have either, seen, heard, whatever it might be? Maybe you have some kind of attachment to either the victim or the person that did it or anything along that lines. What happened? Share your stories now. Coming up in just about 10 minutes, we are going to be talking about a bank robbery. Wait until you hear how they figured out how to catch this guy. We'll get into that story and more of your calls next.
Constance, that one took me out.
Yeah, Constance, I saw that in the middle of playing that call, and I was just like, oh, gosh, I
can't even.
Right.
I couldn't even stomach to read that out loud.
And I can't even imagine you dealing with those kind of people in prison. All right, let's get this call. You ready? Ugh. True Crime Tuesday, good morning. You can be anonymous or tell us your name. Go ahead.
I'm going to be anonymous.
Okay.
Please.
What happened?
Yeah, it was a guy that I know I grew up with, and he was robbing and killing people, and he was on the 10 Most Wanted in New York City, and they caught him, but they caught him in Puerto Rico because he was dressing in drag. And when I seen him, he told me that's the only way that he could get the drop on anybody because everybody was looking for him. So he was still doing crimes over there, but that's the only way that he can get up there close to anybody because many people was looking for him. So that's what he had to do. He had to dress and drag. He's been in since 2005. He don't get out to 2024.
Wow.
He about to get out.
And how many?
Well, they probably won't let him out.
How many murders did he end up committing?
2. And one guy, because the guy called his sister a B, he shot him.
Oh.
Just because he called his sister a B, he didn't like that, so he shot and killed him.
Wow.
Well.
Yeah, this guy was ruthless. Yeah.
And he has robbed like banks and stuff.
No, he robbed people.
Oh, okay. He would rob. Oh, so that's how he was sneaking up on people. He'd be in drag, and then he would just be like, give me your money.
Yeah, that's how he did his thing. And he probably, when he goes his first parole board, they're not going to release him the first time because he was on the 10 Most Wanted back in New York City. They was looking for him for a long time.
Wow. Okay.
Goodness.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Good morning. You can be anonymous or you can tell us your name, but what is your true crime story?
Hey, Dex, Barbecue, this is James.
Okay.
Hey, James.
James, True Crime Tuesday. What do you got?
Crazy is the story that you just put on. I'm from Hendersonville. I remember that.
Really?
Yes, I remember that. My brother was actually friends with that man.
Stop. Really?
The man that was chopped up?
Yeah, the one that was chopped up, half burnt, and body scattered all over the Blue Ridge Parkway. That was one of my brother was actually knew him.
So did you find out, did he find out why? Because from what we understand, she snapped and everything. He was having an affair?
Yeah, and she snapped on him, and I guess it was one of those cases, if I'm not going to have you, no one's going to have you.
Ooh, that's scary.
But I remember that.
Wow.
I remember all that.
Okay.
And I gave you my true crime, but y'all just wasn't doing it at the time. Remember when I told you guys about the guy that was found dead?
Share the story from the beginning.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah.
us because you're gonna have to remind us. Go ahead.
Okay, well, my uncle was jumped and beaten up and robbed. And one of the people that done it, he knew he done it. And all of a sudden, he just come up missing. And July comes around, and we start smelling a stench. I'm sitting on my grandma's porch, and I'm like, Mama, what in the world is that smell? There was a garage across the street that, detached from the house. And the owner noticed a great big padlock on it, and she knew she didn't put it on there. Well, she had it cut off, opened the door, and there was the guy that robbed my uncle dead.
Who did it, though? Was it your uncle that got him back as revenge?
We know, but we don't know.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, it was one of those cases.
Wow.
Is your uncle out free, though, right?
No, my uncle ended up dying. He was like 61 when it happened, and he died when he was like 65 back in 87, 88. He passed away from a heart attack.
So the crime was never
solved.
Really? But everybody
never
kind of
solved.
thought, okay, your uncle did it. At 61.
Well, he was a bad man.
Okay,
And
don't rob him.
They cracked him in the head. They got him from behind, but he knew one of the guys that did it. And he just so happened is found dead across from my grandma's house, which was his sister.
Wow.
I'm like,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you for your call. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Let me tell you something. Hendersonville, stay the freak away from Hendersonville.
Yeah.
Good gosh, man. They don't just
Yeah,
do normal stuff. They
do.
hide bodies and freaking.
I mean, it's Hendersonville. Who's going to look for a body in Hendersonville?
Yeah, but who's going to put a body in someone else's garage
Yeah,
and be
that's
like,
rude.
let me put a padlock on this. Lock, that'll show them. Like, what kind of crap?
It'll smell. Who cares?
Yeah. Oh, man. That's insane.
That's so wild. I still think, okay, so Jacqueline said she still thinks her brother helped her mom because her dad was a big guy and her mom was tiny. The brother is out here free walking around.
Wow. Okay. Constance, I don't even know if I want to hear that story. It was so dark, but
Yeah.
That's
Nope.
gonna mess me up for the rest of the day. I think we got enough.
Let's not do the kids.
yeah.
There's no kids involved. Oh gosh, yeah.
Oof.
I can't.
All right.
A guy I went to school with, worked with about a year ago. I was on the news. Somehow he got tied up with the cartel and they mailed his head to his family.
Shut the hell up.
The other half of his body was found first, and a week later, the rest.
Call. Seriously, I do want that story. Who said that?
Constance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can call on that one. Damn, Constance.
The New York accent gets me every time. Ooh, yeah.
New York.
I like a little New York in them. Just a little.
Yeah, I got enough time. Constance, if you can call now, that'd be amazing. I am going to.
We know, but we don't know.
Right.
Yeah, Unc took him out. Unc got his lick back.
All right, here we go. Let's get Constance real quick. All right, good morning. Now, first of all, how did you know about this story, Constance?
Okay, so it was on the news that someone in Roane County, they had been caught up with the cartel. So I got to looking at the picture. Well, first it was his body was found, and they didn't know who had done it. And then, well, I'm looking at the news article right now. So then, like a week later, the family got a letter and got his head in the mail, and it was a message from the cartel.
Okay, so
It
who
says
was this?
after
This
an
is someone that you went to.
escaping-
Wait. Start from the beginning. Sorry, let me reset you here. So this is someone that you went to school with.
Yes.
Okay, so what did he start getting into? What started happening here at the beginning?
In school, he was just one of those guys that worked on cars, but I mean, he would get in trouble because he didn't take authority figures very well.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how he got tied into that. I was just as shocked as everyone else.
Tied into what?
The cartel.
Yeah, how he got into the cartel, coming from Roane County, and I've seen him there. And I'd seen him on the news because he was one of the escaped inmates from Finchers County Jail.
Okay.
And that was in January.
So he got into messing with the cartel. He escaped from a jail, and what ended up happening to him?
It says that the body was found in Iguala, Guerrero, in Mexico, about 3 hours southwest of Mexico City.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Okay. And then what
then
ended
it
up
says-
happening?
Family was contacted by someone believed to be a member of drug cartel, demanded ransom in exchange for the return of his body.
Oh, my
Like
gosh.
the rest of his body.
Oh my gosh.
And
That
they
is
sent,
too much.
What did they send to the family in a box?
head.
What?
His head.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, Constance. Thank you very much.
This is scary.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I have to reset so that we can have them tell the story and everything for the show. Let me go ahead and get these other calls. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up, I think, for True Crime Tuesday. We got enough. Guy that I know, grew up with. Dang. 50. Oh, no, I got another song. We're good.
I cannot even deal.
Mm-hmm.
These true crime stories, they make me nervous, man. They make me nervous. Wait, where's Dr. Marie? Right? Where is she? Is she on? Is she on the YouTube?
I didn't see her on YouTube.
I'm not paying ransom on somebody you've already decapitated, right? Like, that's dumb. I was thinking the same thing. Like, why would I need them to be alive.
They wanted for his body so that they could give him a proper burial. Like, they're just trying to get money however they can get it. Dang, 05. All right, yeah.
The daughter, Leslie, was my roommate. I went up there with her when the aunt told her to get up there. Wait, so was he sleeping with the mother's... Oh, wait, it was with his own family member?
What are you talking about?
So wait. The chopped up body dad was having an affair with his own family member? Or was it like her sister? The wife's sister. Gail was actually on house arrest for embezzlement from a nonprofit.
Ooh.
It's a lot going on. So is Gail the murderer? I'm confused, Jacqueline. You might need to call back.
I got 2 minutes. Let me edit. I can't
There
take
was
your
blood
call.
everywhere. Even after she tried to clean up, she killed him with a piece of firewood in the living room, drug him downstairs, and chopped him up. You just, when you think you know someone. I'm staying out of Roane County. Too much going on there. Yeah, for real.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Who is that? Oh, that's Nikki. Oh, gosh. Yeah.
I need to call her. Yes, Gail is the murderer. Okay. It was so much going on with that story. There was another one I saw. Travis, you dated someone. Hold on. How did I miss that one? I was dating a girl and she got arrested at my apartment when hanging out at the cops, knocked on my door and asked where my girlfriend was. Apparently, she stole my checkbook and went on a shopping spree at a store called Merle Norman. Ooh, she wore that makeup? She was forging my checks and even asked if I was going to bail her out of jail.
True crime story for me. So one of my buddies, this is in Knoxville, he showed up to our house and it was so crazy. I don't have enough time to tell it. Okay. Sorry. My bad. It involves an asp. You know what those are?
An asp?
Yeah.
No, what is that?
All right, prepare yourself. It's True Crime Tuesday, part 2 this morning. So we've been taking some of your calls about some of the craziest crime that you've ever witnessed, you've been linked to. Maybe you know someone that did this, perpetrated it.
This has had me on the edge of my seat all morning.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
And some of these are like funny. Some of these are like, dang, that is dark.
Yep.
It's a roller coaster. Come on the roller coaster with us. Let's go ahead and get to our first good morning. Go ahead. Tell us about someone that you worked with.
Okay, my name is Gail, and I'm calling from Knoxville.
Okay.
At a previous job that I worked in the food service industry, and one of our warehouse workers went to the bank the next morning and robbed the bank, writing, "Give me all your money" on the back of his check stub.
Oh, gosh. Did he get away with it?
No, because he gave the lady the note with the check stub, and she had all his information.
Oh, what a dummy. Oh, my God.
Yeah, because your address and name is right at the top left corner.
Right. Wow. Can you imagine, like he knows that's got to be on there.
Right. Like, sir, what are you doing?
Okay. This one, good morning. Go ahead. Tell us about someone that you grew up with.
It was a guy that I know I grew up with, and he was robbing and killing people, and he was on the 10 most wanted in New York City. And they caught him, but they caught him in Puerto Rico because he was dressing in drag. And when I seen him, he told me that's the only way that he could get the drop on anybody because everybody was looking for him. So he was still doing crimes over there, but that's the only way that he can get up there close to anybody because many people was looking for him. So that's what he had to do. He had to dress in drag. He's been in since 2005. He don't get out to 2024.
Wow.
And he probably
about to get out.
And they probably won't let him out.
How many murders did he end up committing?
2. And one guy, because the guy called his sister a B, he shot him.
Oh.
Just because he called the sister a B, he didn't like that, so he shot and killed him.
Wow. So he was robbing people and then shooting some, Could you imagine you have to dress in drag because you're trying to get away from the cops and everything? So that's how you sneak up to people, be like, "Hey, big boy, give me all your money right now."
It's not funny.
It's messed up, right?
It is.
All right, 866-639-4689. Really, that's going to wrap it up for our True Crime Tuesday. But if you have a story, we're still on live, so we can take some of those stories and we'll go ahead and take care of that next Tuesday. Every Tuesday we do this in the 8 o'clock hour.
I'm starting to like it, but it still freaks me out.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, and some of these videos, you can catch some of the videos on our TikTok, Dex and Barbie T on TikTok or YouTube. We have some shorts that have those stories as well.
Oh, yeah, they're doing great.
Yeah, so we'd love to hit you up with those on there. Coming up, we got Barbie T's tea. What are you working on?
Oh, Megan Thee Stallion, she is putting a hurting on somebody with the judge.
Okay, details on what's going on there next.
Can we not talk this morning? You said,
I bit my tongue.
I was like,
I bit my tongue in the middle of that, and I'm like, ugh, dang, that hurt too.
And then I'm saying great, not great. Golly.
Yeah. All right, fam.
I'll send you the link to the episode. Okay, yeah, send me the link.
Oh, yeah, I want to send the link to everybody, man. Jeez. If you're not part of our Dex and Barbie T group on Facebook, just ask. Look it up, Dex and Barbie T. There's actually a group there, and you can actually ask to be on there, and then Jared will approve it, and you guys can talk amongst yourselves, share stories, just like you do on Facebook Live as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you
It's
can hit us
popping.
up there. Do what?
I said it's popping.
It
The group
is.
is popping.
It is.
The TikTok's popping for real. Like, go follow us, Dex and Barbie T.
Yep. All right, so some people had asked about, because I messed up and I did not have the audio playing for everybody on that first story. Jared, can you put a link to the fam group? Jared's going to put it onto the comments. Let's see. Here's that story, if you guys missed it.
My mom told me that 2 people that she went to high school with went to jail, and this was like early 2000s, and 2 people that she went to high school with were so messed out. They invited a friend over to do some meth with them, and they were high for 3 days, and they decided to have an The couple that invited them over got pissed off and got really paranoid. Well, this couple in their trailer had ninja swords as decoration, and they got mad at the other guy and decided to chop him up with the swords. And then they decided they had to get rid of his body. So they went down to the river and had a bonfire with his body. And the body was almost gone when the police came down to the river at like 3 o'clock in the morning and was like, what are y'all doing? They were like, oh, we're just having a bonfire. And they saw some teeth on the ground. And that's how they got found out.
They found the teeth?
Yeah.
Oh, hell nah.
And how many years did these people get?
I'm pretty sure they're still in jail, but that was, 20-something years ago.
Woo!
Right.
Scary one.
There you go. That's going to wrap it up, guys. There is that link. If you would like to click on that, you can just go ahead and hop on over to the Dex and Barbie T Hot Fam group, and you can ask to be a part of that and, talks, post, all that kind of stuff. If you got stories, topic ideas, anything that you'd like us to talk about or something that's going on in your life, you can hit us up there as well.
We need to name that story Sex, Meth, and Murder.
Right. Yes.
Jeez.
And who has just random samurai swords, just hanging out in the bedroom of their trailer? You know what I mean? Like, whoa, yeah, man, I paid a good penny for this one. Like, come on.
I was going to say, some people do have them as decorations on the wall, like just sitting there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, keep in mind, I'm Asian. I don't have that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Anyways, all right. Take care, guys. Yeah, meth heads do.
Gotta watch out for the meth orgies.
Right. All right, fam. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. As always, we will talk to you tomorrow morning.
Yes, have a great day.
Secrets are back. Yep. Oh, yep. Sorry. We only have one mouse today between the two of us.
Ghetto.
Right. I know. The battery went out on mine, so I've been stealing Jared's.
Oh, my gosh.
See you guys.